Trent Alexander-Arnold's contract expires in the summer.
Alexander-Arnold, that's absolutely magnificent.
And the question on everybody's mind is, will he renew his contract at his boyhood club, which he has won almost everything he can possibly win?
Since he was 6, and he spotted that. Oh, they tore them! They tore Barcelona nothing! Brilliant thinking by Alexander-Arnold!
Or will he be joining Real Madrid on a free transfer in the summer? Well, in today's video, we'll be looking at all the rumours around Trent Alexander-Arnold, all the facts we have to see where his future will see him end up in the next couple of months as the season draws to a close. Will he sign a new contract, or will he find himself in Madrid? Who knows? But before we get into today's video, please do like the video if you enjoyed, and obviously leave your thoughts on the situation down below in the comments, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is the last video of 2024, and well, I started the year on 98 subscribers, and we have now reached just over 700. So thank you guys for all of your support. It really does mean a lot, and I won't be able to do all of this without your guys' continued support. So please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if it's the first video of mine you're watching, please do check out the rest of the videos on the channel. It might even further encourage you to subscribe. We're now on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I think we can do that within the next 3 months. So, you know, that's a goal I've set for you guys. But with all that being said, let's get into today's video and talk about the Trent Alexander-Arnold contract situation. So it has been reported by various different Spanish media outlets that Trent to Real Madrid is a done deal. And as soon as we get into the January transfer window and, you know, teams can start pre-contracting players that are running out of contract, the deal will be done, and that's all they need is a signature from Trent, and then he will be a Real Madrid player as of next season. That's what's being reported by Spanish media. Only issue is Spanish media aren't always reliable, especially when it comes to Real Madrid. A lot of things will be said by the Spanish media that are not true when it comes to Real Madrid. So you have to take those rumours with a pinch of salt, right? So that's the initial rumour that the deal's done, right? And Real Madrid have been the team that have been rumoured to be in for him for basically this whole time that the contract situation has been going on, right? As of right now, from what I have seen everywhere, there is no concrete news that he will be signing a new deal. And if you're a Liverpool fan, you are worried. You are very worried that a new deal for Salah, Van Dijk, or Trent hasn't been done coming into January transfer window when they can be snapped up by other teams on a pre-contract. So you are worried about that. You are very, very worried about that, especially with the form that they are in right now. Especially for Mo Salah with the form he's in right now, and especially for Trent with the longevity that he still has for his career, and obviously where he's come from, obviously being a Scouse lad that has supported Liverpool all his life. He even told Sky Sports, I think it was either last season or the beginning of this season, that his goal is to become Liverpool captain, right? That is his goal. Obviously, that is something that is not in his control. He could play for Liverpool for the rest of his career and never be made club captain, right? So that's something that's not really in his control. And I kind of feel like if I'm Trent, if I'm Salah, if I'm Van Dijk, no matter how much I want to stay at the club, if you get into January and you haven't been offered a new deal, I take any deal that comes at me from any other big team. Obviously, let's not take the mick here and say, oh, Liverpool haven't offered me a contract, but Leicester have offered me a contract, or Coventry have offered me a contract. Let me go sign there. Like let's not you know, take things to an extreme here. But you get my point. Like if you're a big player, a big name player like these guys that have done everything they can to restore Liverpool to the heights that they once were, right? Especially given where they were before Klopp came in that period of time, right? And what these players have done for the club, it is a bit disrespectful for them to not be offered a contract extension or have a concrete contract signed by now, given how late on we are in their current deals. I think that is very disrespectful to all three players involved. Especially, it seems like that Van Dijk and Salah don't really have like signs of them slowing down. Like, I could understand completely if Salah was not having a good season and they're thinking, oh, he is getting a bit on now. Is it really worth him signing a new deal? But look at the form he's in, man. Like, it is ridiculous. But you know, we're not talking about Van Dijk. We're not talking about Salah. We're talking about Trent, because Trent is the most interesting case of it. Trent is the one that you would have thought, no matter what, he will be signed down and they'll get his name on a piece of paper with a new contract as soon as possible, because he is Mr. Liverpool. He is Mr. Liverpool. Okay, you had Gerrard, who was Liverpool through and through. A Scouse guy that's always supported Liverpool and chose Liverpool over everybody else, right? Had many chances to join Chelsea, Real Madrid, other teams, but he stayed. He stayed. And obviously, at the end, he did go and play for another club, but it was in America, it wasn't in Europe, and he never had to compete against Liverpool. As a player anyway, obviously he did as a manager. But that's not the point, right? Trent, young lad, comes through the academy, becomes one of, if not the best right back in the world, and helps spearhead Liverpool to win everything they possibly can. Minus Europa League. But all the big trophies, all the main trophies, they went and won, yeah? And he was a focal point of all of that. And he's still young. He's, 26? So he's got many years ahead of him. One of the best players in his position. Okay, he might not be the best defensive right back of all time, or maybe even of this current generation, but his footballing ability makes up for that lack of defensive ability 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. But and that's why you only hear about his lack of defensive ability when he's had a stinker, when he's had an absolute blunder at the back, because 9 times out of 10 you won't hear about it, because he's done a madness further up the pitch with some amazing ball, a free kick goal, an absolute pinpoint cross. Any of these things, right? You're hearing about that. Any team in the world would love to have a passer of the ball like Trent Alexander-Arnold, someone that can strike the ball like Trent Alexander-Arnold, and someone that can set up goals and take set pieces like Trent Alexander-Arnold. Any team would love that. So why is he not got given a contract yet? Like, I don't get it. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, right? It doesn't make any sense to me. And that's why this whole situation has been very confusing for me personally. Because in my head, especially where Liverpool are now in the table, they look like they are going to win the Premier League this season, yeah? Why would he want to leave? He's going to win the league title. There's potential to win a domestic cup, and they're still heavy favourites to win the Champions League, right? So if all of that goes to plan this season, why would you want to leave after that? Why would you want to leave? Because it's your boyhood club. You'd win a second league title with them, a second Champions League with them, a third League Cup with them, potentially, and a second FA Cup with them, potentially, yeah? All of that on the table. Why would you want to leave that? But at the same time, so I can't see him leaving Liverpool, because it just makes sense, doesn't it? He supported Liverpool his whole life. He's one of their best players, and he's won and can continue to win everything you can possibly win at that club. But at the same time, I can't see him turning down Real Madrid in the position that he's in. If he was in the middle of his contract and it was a transfer offer, I could see him and the club declining that offer, right? But as someone that's becoming a free agent, and the club, as of the public perspective, look to have no intentions of signing you to a new contract, the club that you have done everything for, the club that you've supported since you were a boy, and they don't look interested in giving you a new contract, and the best club in the world, come knocking on your door, where you can go play with Bellingham, your national team teammate, who you clearly have a good relationship with, Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., you can go play with all of these greats. Would you turn that down when it looks like your current employer don't want you? No, of course not. Of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't. So it's one of those things where I can't see him joining Real Madrid, because he's a diehard Liverpool supporter and he's done everything for the club. But at the same time, I can't see him turning down Real Madrid, given the situation that he's in. So it's a weird one. It is a weird one. And obviously, like I mentioned, there is the rumour that the deal is already done. But Trent scored yesterday against West Ham, and he did like the talk celebration. All this talk around me, like you know the sort of celebration I'm on about. If I can find a clip, I'll put it up on the screen, right? So he did that. So is that dispelling all of the rumours that he is joining Real Madrid, and is that meaning that he is staying at Liverpool? I don't know, because I even know quite a few Liverpool fans that aren't confident that he's going to stay. That's how dire the situation has gotten as of currently. So I think for all good that they've done this season, football-wise, and all good that bringing Arne Slot in and re-energizing the squad, the Klopp left for him to inherit, I think the place that they've went wrong is recruitment. Obviously in the summer, with Chiesa being their only signing, and he looks like he doesn't even want to be at the club anymore, and their contract situations with the big three players at the club. I think they're the two places that anybody can and nobody could even defend Liverpool, I think, in those two areas. So yeah, I don't know. I think this Trent situation is very interesting. It is very interesting. It's one of those that doesn't make any sense. It's almost as if, like, I think to put it in a City perspective, and even to put it in perspective of your own club, think of that one player that's come through the academy and bleeds the colour of your team, yeah. Obviously, I'll use Foden as the example. He has won everything he possibly could at Man City. PFA Player of the Season, two PFA Young Player of the Seasons. He's won the Champions League, Premier League, spearheaded us to a Premier League win last season. He's won everything. He's loved by the fans. He is Mr. Manchester City. It's almost like the club not offering him a new contract when he was running out. And then him being linked with a move to Barcelona or Bayern Munich or something. It just doesn't make any sense when you look at it from a perspective of your own team. So yeah, it just doesn't make much sense to me, and I've been very interested by the whole saga, because I never in a million years thought that Trent Alexander-Arnold would ever leave Liverpool, but it looks like we're getting very, very close to that, and it'll be very interesting what Liverpool do if he does leave, and where they go, especially if the other two big names leave as well. I think it'd be very interesting. But let me know in the comments your thoughts on the whole Trent situation, because it is a bit of a weird one. Especially if you're a Liverpool fan. Please do let me know how you feel, how confident you are that he's going to stay at the club, or if you are already mentally preparing for life without Trent Alexander-Arnold. Please do let me know in the comments. And obviously, like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're now on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can get that done within the next 4 months. So please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if this is the first video one you're watching, please do check out the rest of the videos on the channel. It might even further encourage you to subscribe. Thanks for all of your support this year, guys. I really can't thank you guys enough. The channel has, 700 subscribers is not a lot of subscribers, but it's still a number I could not have envisioned of reaching this year. My goal for this year at the start of the year was to reach 200 subscribers, and we're now on 700. That is incredible. So thank you guys so much. But with all that being said, I've been Nathan. I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you in the new year. Peace, and have a good new year, guys.
Shut down cases, they belly dots to the can't see faces, chasing the bad guy chase it. You don't wanna be the one like Ace and like G trying to turn them out wasted. Aye, tell a bad bitch come break it, body come mad, come shake it, then get back to the basics, bro, done shut down cases, they belly dots to the